So like software distribution, you do the software distribution. So this software distribution must be targeted to collection. Collection is nothing but a group of machines. So collection creation is two types. One is the direct, other one is query based,
Query rule.
right?
Yep.
So we talked about this
Mm-hmm.
morning or yesterday in your
Yes.
class.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
let's have a look on it, collection. So let's create one more collection. So
Okay.
create device collection. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm creating this time, query based. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
query based. Okay, just to name. Okay, maybe
Okay.
from installed software example VC++. If VC++ is there, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I want all the machines, okay, all systems with VC++.
Okay.
Okay, that's a collection name. The description is
Mm-hmm.
query based with the install software version. So I have to limit, as I said earlier, you are limiting to some collection. So in my case, I'm actually limiting to all systems.
Okay.
Okay, so click
Mm-hmm.
next. Query, I'm choosing as query.
Mm-hmm.
This time,
Okay.
this is for VC++. This name can be anything actually.
Okay.
Here, query statements. Now I'm adding here criteria. Okay, if
Mm-hmm.
I know already query how to query, I can write everything here. If not,
Okay.
I
Okay.
have to choose
That's it.
this. So
Uh-huh.
simple value, say example, installed application. Okay,
Okay.
is display name is, that means add and remove programs has a display
Mm-hmm.
name. Okay,
Okay.
called
Okay.
VC plus plus
Yes.
2005.
Okay.
Okay, so if
Mm-hmm.
this is the name I want, but
Okay.
in my case, if I just want one machine equivalent to, okay, but what
Okay.
what
Okay.
happens if I want VC plus plus 2005 also 2008? I want both the list. In that case, it's not a
Yes.
simple value, it should be a list
Okay.
of values. You're giving more
Mm-hmm.
than one, right? So let me
Yes.
choose that. Okay, so
Okay.
list of values. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so values here, I want this should be there.
Okay.
Okay, also I want this one example. The
Okay.
two things. So if I query, so I have written this much big query, in fact.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Got it.
these are the query. So if I have this query, okay,
Mm-hmm.
then let's run this query actually. So click next and finish and close. So this gets actually two conditions.
This
What we have
question.
given is two conditions. Okay,
Okay.
so always try to test your query properly, and then you see
Okay.
here I have one machine is there with that criteria matching, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So this is query based. So tomorrow if another machine gets with the same software VC++ 2005 and 2008 example, automatically the machine would appear here.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's a query
Yeah. Got
dynamic. I don't need to worry about anything here. Okay,
it. Okay. Yeah.
but you might have get a question actually. If I go properties, query, edit this query, how would I know that what to be selected here? I selected here, right? What is that making me to select right way? There are many things, right?
Yeah.
There are many things, what to be select, what not to be selected. Say example, in a machine there is a registry key. Okay, do you
Uh-huh.
think the registry
Okay.
key is listed here? I don't know, right?
Don't think so. Yeah. We don't.
So to get that exact information, okay, what
Okay.
you have to do is you should know is something called right click, start resource explorer. You first do this,
This
okay?
is.
And a test
Okay.
machine, if somebody asks you to create a collection, take the test
Okay.
machine, criteria
Okay.
matches. Say example,
Mm-hmm.
that criteria matches machine, you have to take one machine, do a resource explorer, go to the hardware, you see here,
Okay.
go to the software, Okay,
Software.
so if they are
Okay. Yeah.
asking for the hardware based, you look it here. If my CD-ROM model matches this, I got,
Okay.
this is what
Yeah.
we created in the morning, right? Yesterday we created
Yes.
this. Right
Uh-huh.
now we just created something called with the installed, something called 64,
60. Okay.
and install application 32-bit. So there are two tabs. These has very less, this has also listed. So two places it has listed the same software, but two are
Okay.
different. So that means some applications are, for example, Silverlight is a 32-bit.
Uh-huh.
Okay, 32-bit software.
Yeah.
This is, but this
Okay.
is
Yeah.
64-bit.
64. Yeah. Okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
they could be, two different things, right? These are
Yeah.
x86 if you see
Yeah.
the difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you should know, find here what you wanted. Okay, find
Okay.
here, and
Uh-huh.
here the columns, find the proper column and find the value. Okay, once you have the value, once you have this name, so most probably the meaningful name things can be appear under collections. So
Okay.
if I go to my collections, okay, properties, collections here, so it's not as same. Okay, it's not as
Okay.
same exactly, it will not be listed as same. Sometimes it would differ with something else, folder redirection health example. So this one would be listed as something different here. Okay,
Okay.
so but
Okay.
the meaning would be the same almost. Okay, so
Okay.
try to
Okay.
find out a proper name one. Okay, guess it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and try to create that based on your findings. So in this case it's
Okay.
matching. Okay, and the values would definitely match here. These are the values. Okay, folder name
Mm-hmm.
example. So here you get the value example these, then you create a collection. Okay,
Okay.
so once you created this collection, if you want play with conditions, you can always play with the conditions. Okay,
Okay.
so that's it for the collection side. Okay, collection can be created for query
Yeah.
based. Okay,
Okay.
and
And for
direct. Okay, so we will
that.
try to again
Mm-hmm.
create once again the query based collections. Okay, once again, but
Okay.
for now collections are, that's it. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
clear. So now
Yeah.
now what we'll do is we would go to our devices. See, if you see
Device.
here, there's another machine got installed with S, that is SCCM server got installed. You see here.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, client is not yet installed because it's a 512 or 1 GB RAM, slow.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm, I'm gonna update that. Okay, software library. So what we have done is we created package from definition, and then we choose the MSI file. So this
Mm-hmm.
MSI file automatically created the package for us like
Package.
this,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But in
Yeah.
reality, nobody does that. Remember,
Okay.
nobody does that. That's not the way to do it. So what they do is normally right click, create a package. Not,
Mm-hmm.
they don't go for package from definition. They do create package.
Create patch. Okay. They do
Okay.
create.
So create a
Mm-hmm.
package. Okay. Example this. So create a package. Example toolkit. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And what is the source? Source is located in my local machine or a UNC shared folder. Okay.
Okay.
So in my
Mm-hmm.
case, C software toolkit,
Mm-hmm.
and this is a folder name that has a
Source. Okay.
source of your application. So whatever the
Okay.
manufacturer is, Microsoft example.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, language is ENG, version is example 1.0. Click next. So if you want to create a program is, as I said earlier, program for installation command. Exactly what it is,
Okay.
installation command.
Installation command.
That is nothing but
Mm-hmm.
your MSI command line, right?
Command. Okay.
So
Yeah.
I choose program, and then
Mm-hmm.
I browse that or the batch file. If you have a batch file,
Mm-hmm.
you give your batch file. If
Okay.
you have a script, give the script, okay?
Okay.
Or if it is MSI, just write the MSI command line. So I'm saying,
Okay.
this is for toolkit. This is just the name, okay? Toolkit
Okay.
install. So this name is will be visible in the log file.
Okay.
So here I can say that MSI exec /I, maybe I don't know what is a file. Let's see. This is a file. So I'll just give here MSI exec if I'm correct. So this is Q example. If this is a command line is correct, okay, I need to actually test it. If this works fine, then the command line, I can give it here. Then this should work when you want to execute during the user is logged on state. Say example, I logged into this machine now. Now you want me to execute this, or you want to execute when there is no user logged in, or there is no user logged in. Okay, so example, you're deploying Internet Explorer or maybe Outlook related add-ins or maybe pack, so user have to log off, right?
Yeah.
Or the user shouldn't be open. In that case, this is useful, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So sometimes the application doesn't matter that user opened or not. So in most of the cases we choose this, whether or not user is logged on.
Okay.
And then click on next. Okay, so I would be choosing this next. Okay, so what kind of operating system you want to limit? So example, I want only Windows 7 64-bit, so I can simply choose Windows 7 here.
7.
Okay, and what is the minimum disk space it should be there? So to install this trace, I need minimum 100 MB. Example, 100 MB. So I would give that 100 MB. How much time it takes to install? So in my test case, it took for me 10 minutes, but I give more time, that is 30 minutes. Okay, so I give here 30 minutes max.
So how can we estimate the time?
You test. You have to test. Standard program must be tested, right? The command line what you give as a packager should know how much time it takes, minimum time or maximum time, right? So just add a little bit more and give that time. Okay, but normally without testing you can give 30 minutes to 60 minutes between. If something is taking more than 60 minutes, that is not a software installing actually. Something got failed.
Yeah.
That's it. So now what happened is we created a package, also we created a program, right? Two things we created. Now let's go to the console and see. There's a toolkit. It also have one package, that is this package has one program. So the program is this. So this is a command line what we have done, and the requirements Windows 7, the 100 MB and the 30 minutes, and whether or not user logged in. So in the advanced, you don't want to show any notification to the user, so then choose this. Okay, so in my case I want to show some kind of a notification, so I can choose this. And this is something called since you're the packager, that every MSI has a unique UID, right? Yeah, product code. So based on that, it actually generates a file called MIF file. SCCM generates one file called manufacturer information file. Okay, so that file manufacturer has hard coded as this file, so it will report back saying that this product got done something XYZ, maybe install or uninstall, something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Apply. Then click OK. So now you have package is there, program is there. Okay, so as a best practice, what we do is we always try to do one for install program, one for uninstall program. So that I for install, X for
uninstall.
Yeah, exactly. So you just create that. So instead of I create and doing all this, actually I've already created a package from definition. Both the cases the same thing, right? one and
Yeah.
the same. But these are all users or extra command lines, which is talking
Mm-hmm.
about here. But at the end, it's the same. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So one for install, one for uninstall. Now, what I've done is actually I deployed, right click, said deploy some software. Okay. So example, per system unattended. That means
Unintended.
user is not doing anything, no
Able to
user
see.
interaction actually.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I'll choose as OK, and then I take my collection, whatever the collection I want. So in this case, test collection
Yes.
example.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So here I would be choosing my DP. So the package
Okay.
should be available in a DP. Otherwise, client doesn't download.
Yes. Yes.
Right. So next. So the schedule, if it's required or available. In my case, I'm choosing as available. That means
Available.
I have to go to the software center and install manually. The user have to
Okay.
install manually. Okay, if you choose
Okay.
required,
Okay.
it gets
Required.
installed
It will
automatically.
install automatically. Okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing that from today it should be available. So all these are by
Okay.
default. Okay, we'll look
Okay.
into it later point. Again and again those options will come. So now I
Okay.
have chosen that. What would happen is,
Mm-hmm.
uh, if I have a domain controller example, um,
Okay.
I have this. This is called software center. So whatever the softwares you target
Okay.
to the client machines, okay? Say example, Office
Mm-hmm.
got targeted. This comes here under available software.
Okay. Okay.
So as a user, you should choose for all category or all these things and see here if you have softwares failing or installed, it will come here.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So this is the software center. Okay. Now you see here
Okay.
your company is not standardized as IT organization was there. So how do you configure? So this is like TCS IT,
Okay.
right? So maybe something
Mm-hmm.
like that you can configure here. So how do
Okay.
you do that? So go to SCCM server. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Set administration. Go to the client
Station.
settings. Okay. Go to the
Okay.
properties.
Mm-hmm.
Client policy. No,
Policy. Okay.
this is a computer agent. Here you can give your company name. Say example, this is Tata, right?
Yeah.
IT. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tata IT. Okay. IT group example. So they are responsible to manage everything. So I'm just giving a Tata IT group. So if I refresh my computer policy, okay, on
Okay.
this machine, or if I wait 1 hour, I should wait for 1 hour. Why I should wait 1 hour? You go here to the client agent. This we're talking about the client
Uh-huh.
agent. So
Okay.
the client policy, client will
Okay.
download. This is a client.
Uh-huh.
This is your management point.
Okay.
Your management point is nothing but your SCCM server. So the
So
client will go and communicate with server every
it's 60
60
minutes.
minutes. So I should
Okay.
wait for 60 minutes, or
Mm-hmm.
I can pull the policy now.
Policy. Okay.
Okay. So in my case, if I want to pull the policy right away, what I have to do is I have to go to the control panel,
Mm-hmm.
go to the configuration manager,
Okay.
actions,
Mm-hmm.
pull the policy. So this
Okay.
takes maybe a 4-5 minutes max to
Okay.
uh, show here
Update.
properly.
Okay.
Okay, that's what
Mm-hmm.
that's how you pull the policy.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so you can give a try for MSI packages, also .exe files. So you know that exe, some of them accept like slashes, slash q,
Slashes. Yeah.
qn,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe silent, different names, quiet, something like that, right? So if it is
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
accepted, that's fine. Otherwise, you would create
Create an
a
MSI.
MSI. That's it. There's no other
Mm-hmm.
option. Okay,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
that's into the software packaging side.
Packages.
Packages.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to talk about the applications. So this is a new model. Okay, this is altogether a new model. Okay, let's give it a try. How to do that? Okay,
Okay.
create application.
Mm-hmm.
So create application would give me an option to create a method of deployment. Okay, so this is the create application. So create application says that, do you have a MSI file? Say example, if you have an MSI file, simply show that MSI file location.
Okay.
So in my case, //inhyd data DCR software toolkit example MSI. So it will detect everything. Okay, and if you see here, this time the manufacturing code also detected. Okay, and it created for you a deployment type. So click next. So it is automatically detected the command line and created for you, and it made for system. Okay, and the name came automatically. These are the steps automatic because it's a MSI.
Okay, yeah, got it.
So click next. So now next, that's it. Okay, this has created now application. Let's see. I mean, this is not the end actually. This is beginning. So there are multiple types of things can be created, not just the MSI. Okay, we'll have a look on it.
Okay.
In the meantime, let's see if you have any other things. Yeah, if you see here, this wizard is completed. Okay, it's success, all green, so close. And I would go to applications.
Applications.
So it got automatically created, and there's something called deployment type. So deployment type means, what is deployment? Installation type, right? How do you install? Say example, I have a machine, okay, as my desktop. Also, I have a laptop. Also, I have a machine in my lab. Say example, I have 3 machines: one desktop, one laptop, one other machine which is in a this is into a manufacturing unit. Okay, so where my metal department. Okay, so I belongs to a metal department, and they I do some kind of quality checks. Example, okay, as end user. Now, so this end user software, when he logs here or here, he needs MSI install, definitely. But think about this. This is a kiosk build, right? This is not exactly my machine, right? But I want that software. So what I can do is, if you're already aware of Appy, so Appy package can be streamed here, or maybe executed here, right? So right, Appy, because the packager you should know already, right?
Yeah, I know the basic knowledge, but I never did an Appy.
Yeah, that's okay.
We are using the Citrix, yeah.
Yeah, even though the same thing, right? So
yeah,
so the streaming can be happen. So that means the application is not installed here, right? It's not installed. It's virtually, the bubble is started, so I'm able to use that my application and then log off, and I log in here. So, but the package is same. The package is same.
Package is the same.
But what happened is deployment types are changed. Deployment 1 and deployment 2. So here only I have only one method. So if I want one more method, I can create like from here or from deployment types. Right? So let's see what is that deployment type. This is the deployment type. Okay. So this is MSI. If I want one more type, okay, I would go for Appy package type here. Okay, let's give it a try. Let's give it a try here to see what are the options it has created. Okay. So these are the general information. Okay, as you can see here, this is the general information. Okay, now if I go back to the application catalog, so this is the name would appear in the application catalog URL, okay, automatically.
Okay.
and this is the reference of that any dependencies. Say example, there is a dependency. Say example, you are installing SQL Server. To install SQL Server, you need .NET Framework 3.5 example. That's a dependency. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
all those things can be configured here under dependency. Later, the actual execution of the program would start.
Okay.
The next thing is the DP, that this
Mm-hmm.
is where the DP, if you distributed this content at this point of time, if you see here, it is into the green actually. So in case if you distributed that, okay, it would
Mm-hmm.
come here, okay, to the DP. And
Okay.
say example, this is maybe older version of the package. Okay, you want to supersede or say example, you have a version called 3.5. You want to suppress that with 4.0. So you can simply give whatever the versions you have. All those are suppressed. Okay, and they get installed with this new version.
Okay.
Okay, so these are the
Mm-hmm.
advantages as of now with the application
Application
as a method.
deployments.
But more
Okay.
than that, you would have under deployment type.
Okay.
Let's click on the deployment type. So you
Mm-hmm.
have here deployment type is MSI.
Okay.
Now let me see here, add another type. So it is actually showing here all these options. So if you look at here, I can create
Okay.
a Windows App Store, right? Windows Apps
Mm-hmm.
Store, like Windows Store. You have Windows Store applications can be, directly given here. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
scripts,
System
AppE4,
store. Okay.
AppE5, okay, Windows Phone apps, okay, Windows Phone Store, okay, iOS
Okay.
apps, okay. If you
Mm-hmm.
have a package of all those in a Google Play Store, these things can be pushed up
Okay.
as a different type. So example, that
Okay.
application is should work on a phone, not only on
Mm-hmm.
the desktop. In that case, it
Understood.
should be from a store,
Yes.
but
Yes.
you should have that a package source. Okay, so that's
Okay.
about the deployment types. Okay,
Deployment
in
types.
my
Okay.
case, if I want to choose for manual, okay, I get the same thing.
Okay.
I'm just giving as a test. Okay, example
Okay.
2, I get where is the location. I would say
Okay. Mm-hmm.
whatever the location example. um, it's the same thing. You get the same thing actually. Example pre is the folder I'm giving. So what is the installation file? So msi exec, whatever the I, and then setup dot
Mm-hmm.
msi slash q.
MSI.
Example, what is for uninstall? So this is for maybe I'm just giving wrong. I know that but just to
Yeah.
tell you, show you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how do you
Okay.
detect that? So all these it is showing. So let me actually, this is interesting. In fact, the custom thing, okay, which we have chosen here. If you go here, so what we have chosen is here manual, right? So the manual
Okay.
thing would be easy if you actually understand the deployment properties. So let's go to the properties, edit. Okay, basically this one, edit. So in the edit of
Okay.
the deployment type, okay,
Mm-hmm.
so here I'm saying that where is the source. This is what it just asked, right? So this is where the source is there, okay, and then
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
what is the program. So this is what it was asking. Now what
Command.
is the
Okay.
installation command, what is an installation command?
Nice command.
Okay, if
Okay.
you know the product
Mm-hmm.
code, you can give the product code. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
and then detection. How do you say that? How can you say that confirmly this is installed as a success? So
Okay.
if you have
Using
this
product
product
code.
code
Okay. Mm-hmm.
in uninstall string, okay, right,
Okay. Yeah.
so
Mm-hmm.
that uninstall string, if you have that code, definitely
Okay.
this is installed.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so you can give
So
that.
is there any other options
Yeah, yeah,
to?
yeah. That's what I'm coming to that. Okay, it's not
Okay. Okay.
just that. Okay,
Okay.
sometimes we don't push MSI. Okay, or
Yes.
not
Mm-hmm.
EXI, not EXE. We're talking about scripts, VBS, or maybe PowerShell
Yes.
script. Okay, so what do you do?
Okay. Okay.
Or in that case, we analyze based on a registry key or file path. In that case,
Okay.
I would be
Mm-hmm.
choosing here registry.
Okay.
In this case,
Registry.
highways like this, I can browse local machine software. If the software is installed, maybe it is coming maybe under Microsoft example, maybe bits example in this.
Okay.
So this value should be there.
Okay.
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 So this is how I detect the software got
Okay.
installed. So these are the
Okay.
custom criteria, so or the detection method. So what happens is actually the client
Mm-hmm.
and the server. Okay, so what happens exactly the steps? Exact steps is the first part is 60 minutes after client go and talk with management point says that, hey, it's for me to check the policy. Can you give me the
Mm-hmm.
policy? So MP gives the policy information here.
Policy. Okay.
So now there is a software is target. Example. What happens
Okay.
is this software has a schedule, right? So
Yes.
once a schedule triggered, okay, or the
Mm-hmm.
time is about to run, it start executing. Before
Execute. Yeah.
execute, okay, what happens is
Mm-hmm.
it will check this code is there or not on
Okay.
this machine.
Yeah.
If it is
Mm-hmm.
not there,
Yeah.
it will execute.
It will still. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'll repeat again. If the code is not there, it will execute. Okay.
Okay.
Whereas the old
Okay.
legacy package model, it doesn't check all these things.
Mm-hmm.
It simply checks for the
Okay.
time and executes.
Okay. Okay.
So the old method is too dangerous, right? If the software is already there, still it gets installed.
Yeah, there will be a conflict between applications. Okay.
So it might, go for repair even, right?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's why, if any customization is there, it may go off even.
Okay.
So the better way would
Yeah.
be always go for applications.
Applications. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So what is the log file you're talking about? We're talking about this is app discovery. This is a new log, okay, called app discovery.
App Discovery. Okay.
So this is a log file which
Mm-hmm.
would discover the uh, step by step process. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
this is a new log again. So
Okay.
post to that, this is very similar one. We did, already played with this. You want to know hide the installation process, whether or not user
Mm-hmm.
is logged in, or only user is logged in state, or when no
Yeah.
user is logged in, install for a system, or if not,
User.
device, or just for a user. Okay.
Okay.
So this is there already, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and how much time its maximum should be run. In this case, if you
Okay.
want in 30 minutes, you can give what is the minimum
30
distribution
minutes.
should be there. Okay, something like that. Okay, you can give it,
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then determine behavior use run codes. So example, what is the code it will come? Say 0 or 1603 is a fatal error,
Mm-hmm.
right? So these
Yes.
kind of codes, what are the codes it will written? That codes, do you want to show it? Yes, I want to show that
Okay.
codes. So these are
Okay.
the requirements. Say example, this software should
Mm-hmm.
install
Mm-hmm.
if the memory is greater than 2 GB,
2 GB. Okay.
okay, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe less than, okay, something like
Okay.
that. So
Okay.
these are nothing but these are called uh, global sorry, this is called variables. So what we do is I'll show you in the console. Okay, let me go to the console. Okay, you have here conditions, right? So these conditions, okay, these conditions already configured by default.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
that's why you
Uh-huh.
are able to see here conditions. Okay, so example here,
Okay.
Active Directory site or disk space, CPU,
Space. Okay.
number of
Uh-huh.
processors or OU. So this machine should install if the OU is maybe India or Bangalore.
Okay.
So the Bangalore machines only should install this software,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
and include even child OUs.
Okay.
So I can do that kind of condition here. So these
Okay.
kind of, the main, in other way, to be honest, applications only we use this method just because of this. And
Okay. Requirements. Okay.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and also type of the deployment. That's it.
Okay.
First reason is deployment type. It can be a,
Mm-hmm.
app v, or maybe phone, or maybe app iOS, or Google.
Yes. Okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
different things. The second most important one is the requirements. That's it,
Okay.
nothing else. If you are using this
Mm-hmm.
method, either one of
Okay.
these reason should be there. Otherwise,
Okay.
you no need to go here.
Okay.
Okay, so if I now add, in fact, here I get user basic. For example, user is part of some name, primary device. This is okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If it is not primary device, example, you are actually trying to deploy. You're trying to deploy or create a new deployment type. Okay,
Okay.
say example,
Mm-hmm.
this is maybe AFI package type example. So what I'll do is AFI should only install, okay, if the
Mm-hmm.
primary device is not the user is not on a primary device. What is a
Primary device.
primary
Okay.
device? Primary device means user always logs to the same machine, right? That
Mm-hmm.
belongs to
Yeah.
the primary device.
Primary
Sometimes he
device.
log in, sometimes he doesn't log into other machines. So these are not primary device. So in these cases, if a since a user is logged in, he wants MS Office, so let it come as a AFI package.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so these places it comes as a AFI package. So to make that, what I'll do is I'll say user primary device equivalent
Okay.
false.
Mm-hmm.
So this package, think that this is MSI, said, not the MSI, think that this is AFI. So if it is AFI, it will come if it is in a primary device,
Okay.
right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So can I create my own custom things? Yeah, you can create your custom requirements or conditions. Okay, say
Okay.
example custom. You have to wait here some time. Okay, then create. Okay, wait some time. So here you have some registry key example. You want example this software. Okay, example. Okay, maybe HPA card driver. If this is there, okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
then this is one condition I'm trying to show you that this value, it will populate now. Okay, actually, so
Okay.
here under library, if the value is whatever the registry value is true example, okay, in that there's a value, then only execute. So this is a condition, but what happens is if you create here, this is just limited to only this you know deployment type. Okay, if
Okay.
you want to
Okay.
reuse it, what you have to do is you have to create under global conditions here,
Global conditions. Okay.
and then
Uh-huh.
you can recall. Okay,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
got it. Sometimes your packages, you know that your packages exits with different code, not with a zero,
Yeah.
right? So in
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah.
case,
Yeah.
you add here and consider that exit code also for success, or maybe for pending for reboot, or maybe something like that. Okay, you want to add it,
Okay.
which packages are not able to handle, but you want to handle that as SCCM admin, you can do that from here.
Okay.
And if you have any dependencies, say example, some pre-requirement package should be added, you can browse
Mm-hmm.
that, and if you have any other packages, you can add it.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so that's how you do it, this one. So let's remove these or cancel. Okay, and we can give a
Mm-hmm.
try this package to distribute.
Okay.
Okay, so how do you do
Okay.
that? Very simple, distribute the first the content. Okay,
Content. Okay.
so content means the package sending to
Package.
DB.
Okay.
So let me
Mm-hmm.
send this at distribution point.
Distribution
Let's use
point.
that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's sent to the DB. How would I see the status? Go to the monitoring. Okay,
Okay.
Here distribution status,
Status. Okay.
content status basically. So under content status, you see
Mm-hmm.
here you have application type. This is still in progress enough, right?
Oh,
So
yes.
if I refresh this, I would
Mm-hmm.
get it, the status green now.
Okay.
So all the
Yeah.
packages you would see from here the status from content
Mm-hmm.
status. Okay, so the
Mm-hmm.
package is distributed. If I want to advertise, I would say deploy to all the
Okay.
machines. Example, I wanted to deploy to all the machines. So in that
Mm-hmm.
case, device collections, I'm just pulling to all systems.
Okay.
I'm not pushing this time to one machine. Okay,
One mission. Okay. Yeah.
so
Mm-hmm.
it's making as available state. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so that's it. Okay, so this would actually gives you the status. Say example, you don't want to show or all kind of information you want to show, you can choose that.
Mm-hmm.
Notification under software center, you can choose that.
Okay.
So this gets created the deployment. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and you go here and see deployment. As I said, you have a bug with the okay, I've not shown you. So with the latest version, you have a bug. You should be choosing 24 hours old. So this is not anyway. It's not a latest one. This is 2012. It
Okay.
works. It works
Okay.
actually. So in my case, now I have to pull the policy because this is also have now client, right? CCM
Yes.
2012 CCM server also say client. So let's pull from control panel.
Configuration map.
So simply pull the policy.
Okay.
So one more time. And go to the software center. Yeah, you got it right here.
Oh,
So
yeah.
now,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if you see here, there are two changes. One is the Tata IT group has been
Yes.
populated, and
Uh-huh.
it is showing now for me, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So what would happen is actually if I choose here and say
Mm-hmm.
select install, the background, okay, it is installing,
Install.
installed.
Okay. Okay.
Software got installed now. Okay, so now
Okay.
there's nothing in the available mode, but installation status, it's already installed. Install software, it will show here.
Okay.
Okay, so what happened in the background? Okay, well
Mm-hmm.
we'll tell you
Good.
here. No, not on the server. Okay, I don't want to show you on server now. That's not it. So let me open up center, software center. So you have here already the package, which is the application. It says that it's already installed.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is the old one, right? Yeah, this old one. Yeah, you see here this all the old one actually. No, this is a new one which we just did, right? Yeah. So let me show you the logs, okay?
Okay.
I'm just going to the server since I have at least 32 here. I can simply browse the client machine. Okay.
Okay.
So under admin Windows, that's a Windows
Mm-hmm.
CCM logs, you have
Okay. Log.
execmgr log file. You look at the important log file is execmgr and also
Okay.
policy agent.
Agent.
Okay,
Okay.
policy
Okay.
evaluator. Okay,
Okay.
so these are the
Mm-hmm.
logs are at this point of time important. Okay, so
Okay.
now let me open execution manager. So if you see here um, in the past, okay, what happened is the package came here. Okay, here the packages came.
Mm-hmm.
Policy activation ignored disabled, then mandatory execution for the client upgrade, this is done. Okay, this is, yeah, here, okay, user logged in. Okay, then you got this
Mm-hmm.
package. Okay, this is nothing but your toolkit package per system unattended. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so it came after that. What happened is the version 1 is nothing but your DP has
Mm-hmm.
content, right? That was only sent once. Okay, if you update, the version changes. Okay, he's
Okay.
talking about that. And then
Okay.
program system changes the state to download.
Data
So
download
that means it
content.
went for the download. So where it
Okay.
downloads, what it downloads, let's see. So let me delete this. Next log would be the CAS actually. From there it goes to the CAS. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
here actually the 6.1, it says that this is the size. Okay, you have to
Okay.
download. Okay, so it's actually started downloading here. So the
Uh-huh.
download information, you would get it under file transfer. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, file bits, or not this actually, content transfer manager CAS. uh where is that? F download data transfer. Okay, data transfer and content transfer manager, these two started actually in the background. These are the bits job. Okay, so bits and
Okay.
pieces, it started downloading this file. Okay,
Uh-huh.
is a
Okay.
download. After that, it's fully downloaded. So where it
Okay.
has downloaded. Okay, so data transfer also does the same thing actually. It will tell notify, retrieve, download success. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
what happens is it actually downloads to a location called CSIM cache, a random number. After
Okay.
that, this is a file.
Configures. Okay.
This is a source
Mm-hmm.
file got downloaded. So what are the
Okay.
log files we talked about? CAS and
Gas.
okay, file transfer,
Data.
content
Mm-hmm.
transfer, right?
Content transfer.
So
Yeah.
these are the log files, helped us to show the download progress. But these are dependent again on execution manager. So execution manager was tried for execution, but there is no content. So content was started downloading. Once that is done, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 second, it's moved. Okay. So content has been this. What is the log here? Not that. This is yeah. So let me open the log file. Content transfer, no, data transfer service. Yeah. If you look at here, once the download content is progress, okay,
Mm-hmm.
here it has downloaded everything. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Once it is downloaded, okay, package is available. Okay. And now the advertisement here per system state it raised, and then
Okay.
still it is actually waiting for content in this phase. Still it is actually waiting for the content. The content was not yet arrived. Okay.
Okay.
So here processing on content available. That means content is available at this phase. If I'm correct, okay. Let's
Okay.
see. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, content is available. The MTC task was completed actually. So here content ready. So content is ready enough. Okay, content is
Okay.
ready. Okay, now what happened is it tried to preparing a command line. You see here, this is a command line, right?
Yes.
What we have given. So this
Mm-hmm.
command line, what happens is it has changed the content location is one folder, right? We did even open the folder, right? This folder, which is
Mm-hmm.
one, right? Under that, the
That's the
file.
source file.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a
Okay.
source. So it
Mm-hmm.
has making the command line like this
Okay.
msixig slash
Okay.
q
Uh-huh.
with this
Uh-huh.
and this.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, and then you see here. So it is executing this entire command. You see here,
Okay.
running is this command is executing with the 32-bit launcher.
Okay.
Okay, and it has
Uh-huh.
returned the code as 0.
Okay.
And after that, the MIF file, you remembered, I talked about the
Yeah,
MIF
that's a
file
log file,
gets.
right?
So,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah, so that
Okay.
file has created and it's sent to server.
Okay.
Okay, now the
Okay.
server will write down, hey, this is success or failure, whatever the code is, sent here.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
That's it. That's how you check all these steps for the
Okay.
software
Yeah.
distribution. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so software distribution is easy as long as you know the logs.
Okay.
All
Yep.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, global conditions. Okay, global conditions here you can create. You have all these conditions. So whatever the condition you want, registry key kind of thing, you can create here your own
Okay.
condition. Say example, a PowerShell script you want to type, or you want for only you know devices based. You can create your own condition basically, and this condition recalled in the pack in the applications.
So I have
Okay,
one more question.
yeah, tell me.
So if we create a global condition
Yeah,
in an organization, there is a lot of SCM, so it will store only in your console, or it will
it
show in
it
everything.
will be visible for everyone. It's a
Everyone.
global.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
let's create test. Okay, I'm browsing string. Okay, let me browse example Sam software something .dbc.ini. Okay, so whatever the value is there. Okay, so
Okay.
test. That's it. So now it has created. If I
Okay.
go and here see test, it should be there,
Test.
right? It's there.
Okay.
So tomorrow,
Okay.
if I
Okay.
go here and maybe this is a package example or create a new package,
Uh-huh.
go to
Okay.
the um, deployment types,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and edit. Say that requirements this time. I have a global condition called custom. Okay, test.
Okay.
I
Let's
have it.
test. Okay.
Test is there
Okay.
here. What is the value? For example, that register key as value as true. Example. Okay, I can give
Mm-hmm.
as it and apply. Okay, that change would apply now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Okay, that's it, into the software distribution. Software distribution is easy, in fact, okay. There's nothing much.
Mm-hmm.
We keep adding these things in operating system deployment. When you're doing the operating system deployment, you would again do the, these steps anyway.
Okay.
But this is
Okay.
just, since you already worked on it, it's easy for you to understand. But for
Mm-hmm.
others, it
Yeah.
takes, some time.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so if you have anything here, no, I think so. Let's move to the another topic. Okay,
Okay.
let's see what are the other roles we can talk easily. Yeah, let's talk about the reports. Okay, let's see if you have a proper reports. So if you go to the reports, there are reports. Okay, but
Mm-hmm.
nothing was there, so it's a bug again. Fine. Okay, shit. So I need to execute some commands to get it done. Okay, that's fine. You go here to one of the monitoring admins here. Add roles. So let's see, any other role out there. Okay. So click next. So next. Yeah, I can go for
Reporting services done.
maybe. Yeah, I think what I can do is I can simply cancel. Yeah, I can go for other options. Okay, let's go to the. We'll complete this section.
Okay.
Okay, in collections, how do you create a different collections? Say example, in AD, okay,
Okay.
this is a little bit complexity things. I'm just going there. Okay, let's
Okay.
see. In AD, more into the production towards. Okay, so it takes little bit time. Bear with me. Um, you have US, and the US you need to know have a AD group. Okay, this is the AD group called install. Okay,
Okay.
toolkit. This is just the AD group. So here I'm adding a machine. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
called configure computers. Okay,
Okay.
so I'm a help desk guy. Okay, I'm a help desk guy.
Okay.
So I got a request to install toolkit. Okay,
Okay.
what I'll do is
Okay.
I have AD group, right? This AD group. So
Yeah.
I just see here, hey, I do have anything for install toolkit. Yeah, I have it. Okay, let's go to the members and add the member. Okay,
Okay.
the user PC. User said, my PC is client PC. This is the one PC. So I'll simply add
Okay.
that user. Okay, user's
Mm-hmm.
PC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
and what happens is it's a member of that group, right? So now
Okay.
the user is the computer is part of this group. Okay,
Okay.
as a SCCM
Okay.
admin, what I'll do is I'll create a collection based on that AD group.
Okay.
Okay, let's create
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah, I got it. Okay.
Okay, say
Mm-hmm.
install. Okay, install. Okay, I want a lot of errors, so that I learn much. Okay, so let me
Okay.
get more errors. Okay,
So
install
I
AD
have
group.
one more question.
Yeah,
So in real life, so the AD gas is different and the SCM gas is different, right?
right. But
Or
help desk, this is a help desk. I'm talking about help desk. See, you are the SSM admin. For silly
okay.
things, you shouldn't do it every time. Software distribution. You simply create a AD group
Okay.
and leave it.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and
Okay.
they simply add that machine to AD,
Okay.
right? They
Mm-hmm.
simply
Mm-hmm.
add the machine. Okay, help desk guys will add the machine to the AD group.
AD.
Automatically,
Okay.
it gets installed. You no need
Install.
to
Okay.
you
Yeah.
no need to look into it, right?
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So AD group based. Okay, based. Okay, toolkit install. Toolkit. These are the practically production methods. What I'm trying
Okay.
to say. So all systems is the limit. Here
Mm-hmm.
I need to go for directory query. Which one to be used? Okay,
Query.
exactly query because it's dynamic, right? So query.
Yeah.
I'll say
Mm-hmm.
that here. Okay, what is the one which one I should use here? So simple or list?
Uh,
I have only one, right? AD
only
group.
one means it's simple value.
Simple. So here, what should be chosen?
That's good class.
Anything here?
Application name.
No, it's AD group, right? You're talking about AD group. So
Okay. Okay.
do you see something here?
System.
SAM account, system account is
Assembly.
there. I'll give you, a control to you. Okay,
Okay.
you give it a try.
Okay. I can try.
Okay, search it.
I think just give me a second.
You got it right. Console. You got the
No.
control right. No, no, you got it.
No.
Double click
But
somewhere.
no. I was doing that. Just give me a second.
Okay, remote again. Give the control. Okay, now try.
Just give me a second. I think it's installing. I didn't. I log in the web again. Maybe
Oh,
that's the issue.
oh my god.
No, I just switched it to my Mac because of the sound issue, so I didn't install that here.
Oh, okay.
I think it's almost. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, I can.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, I think yeah, I got the control.
Yeah, try now.
talking about the AD groups.
It will not be the AD. If it is AD, you should be choosing in the AD name, right?
Yeah.
So
No, I don't have any idea.
okay, so simply since this is the first time, definitely it's a difficult for you. Okay, look for
Okay.
slowly like this. Okay, somewhere you would find out it's a security group basically, right? We're talking about the security group, so somewhere it might be with a name called security group.
Security. Okay.
Okay, so SE is the here you see here somewhere security group, AD security group. So it's even not the security group is not listed. Okay, so let's
Okay.
try another way. Okay,
Okay.
these are the software files. As much as you see, okay, you get more idea of what are the things can be done. For example, registry is there. Okay, okay. Similarly, many things can be done, right? So if it is a system OU, okay, you can easily specify. But unfortunately, this is not there, right? So, but
Okay.
still, you can do that. You know how? See, slowly you're seeing. I hope, right?
Yeah.
So these are the install only we tried, right? There's something here.
Computer system. Computer. Yeah.
So if you think that computer system, okay, so here there should be many things here. See,
Okay.
computer system has different things. See, booting, model, manufacturer.
Okay.
Okay, anything with the group membership.
Group ID.
You have something called domain is there, right?
Okay.
But
Yeah.
not exactly the group,
Okay.
right? So the subject group
Mm-hmm.
ID.
Okay.
Let's see what is group ID. You see here, group ID is one, but
One.
that's not the one, right? What you wanted,
Yeah.
right?
Group. Mm-hmm. We need to change the attribute class now.
Yeah. So you need to change the attribute class to something else, right?
Okay.
So what is that?
A
What is
lot
that
of.
correct one? So normally, these things, if locate here, you would get it. Otherwise, simply, Google, you get that at least the raw thing. Okay. Once you get the raw
Okay.
thing, okay, you can,
Okay.
find out, what to be, taken.
Okay.
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 I lost the
Mm-hmm.
control actually. Give me a second. I lost the control. I lost the connection also. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I lost RDP. I don't know why. lost. You're able to see, right? Am I reconnecting
Yeah,
me?
yeah, I can. So you created a virtual machine in Azure? Yeah.
Yeah, this is cloud.
And one more thing, one of my friend is interested to take class Azure training.
Okay.
So yeah, I need some details about that. I don't know. He just wanted to ask how much uh, we have to pay and everything.
In fact, I'm not charging
Clarify.
much for the Azure. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, so it's like what is his expert level?
No, he's the same. He's my same team member, and yeah,
Okay.
he knows around like uh, he knows SCCM. That's it, and he was trying to learn Azure. He's not just a beginner in Azure.
Okay. Yeah. In fact, I'm charging very less, honestly, but a group of users which I'm looking actually.
Oh, okay.
It is just a 15,000 to be frank, okay? But a group of users I always target because more, you know,
It's 15,000.
yeah, just a 15,000. That's it. Yeah,
I mean, Indian rupees or dollar?
Indian rupees.
I was
Don't shock,
okay. Okay.
SCCM is different, okay?
No,
Because
no. I'm just yeah. Yeah, I got it. But I was like, I thought it was $15,000.
no, 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 man.
Yeah,
Okay,
I will let him know if maybe his friends will be interesting. So
yeah, sure.
yeah, I will let him.
So anything, if I can, make it out, at least, 4 members or 5 members, it's good for me.
Okay.
Or,
Okay. Each person it's 15,000, right?
yeah, that's it.
Okay. Okay.
Or if I, get a lump sum amount, from them, and that's fine.
Okay. Sure.
Equaling to them.
I will let him. Okay.
I know, why the machine got, rebooted. There's a scheduled reboot. It's 1 a.m. in India. Okay.
Okay.
So it is playing with me. 1 second. Let me log in. I think I should. Okay, in meantime, I think I can show you something.
So is there a lot of jobs in India on SCCM?
Uh, yeah, there are actually now, but soon it will go off, as I said. SCSM is dead technology enough, not anymore.
Okay. But they need an deployment mission, right? So
They
anyways,
don't
for
need actually.
new organization. Oh,
They
really?
don't need actually. No packaging also. No packaging, no OSD, no deployment, nothing.
So then how can they do the installation and all?
It's fully cloud, right? What you want, you
Okay,
just
okay, yeah.
everything is. It's moving to the cloud side. Everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Just opening in my phone. Yeah, that's it. It started. Stop the machine. Okay. Okay. In meantime, let me show you one of the blog SCCM. CCM 27. Okay.
Mhm.
So this is one of my old blog. Okay.
Okay.
Um, so there are almost a few scenarios I was talking about here. Okay.
Okay.
So these are 30 plus, actually 37. Okay. Different
Okay.
collections which are required in our job role.
Okay. Mhm.
Okay. So we may actually use these things. 2, 3, I don't know where it is. So these are the things you would normally use. For example, all client systems,
Okay.
all non-SCCM client machines, all the client machines, but that are not active. Okay.
Okay.
Once they become as inactive, that
Mhm.
becomes as absolute.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
So those
Mhm.
machines. Okay.
Okay.
Sometimes the computers two times appears.
Okay.
So that
Uh-huh.
machines. So there are machines which are not sent hardware inventory from last 14 days,
Mm-hmm.
or
Okay.
maybe a software inventory not sent from 14 days,
Okay.
or heartbeat was not sent from 14 days. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
These are the criteria. And
Okay.
some other
Okay.
criteria, very interesting. You see, you create a collection. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The
Okay.
collection contains some package. Okay.
Package. Mm-hmm.
Some advertisement. That means
Mm-hmm.
you normally you do the software update, right? Software distribution. So that software
Mm-hmm.
distribution, um, maybe success on 10 machines, right? So you
Yeah.
need you need the 10 machines automatically part
Mm-hmm.
of this collection.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
reason is, say example, you wanted to deploy Office 2010 service pack example. Okay.
Okay.
But
Mm-hmm.
service pack will only apply on a machines which are successful of Office 2010. So you need to create a machine collection as soon as
Mm-hmm.
a machine is installed Office 2010 with
Mm-hmm.
this specific package. Okay, old
Okay.
package ID
Mm-hmm.
example, new
Mm-hmm.
package maybe slipstreamed already, but old one example.
Okay.
In that case,
Okay.
it is useful. Or
Yeah.
think in
Yeah.
reverse way. Say example, you want to, for a troubleshooting purpose. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
hey,
Mm-hmm.
help this guys. You work on these machines, all Office 2010 failed machines. Just
Okay.
the failed. See,
Okay. Uh-huh.
automatically become part of this. So once they install manually or somehow, that will be removed from the collection automatically.
Okay.
So like this, you have all the collections which I was talking about here. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
more useful. Okay,
Mhm. Okay. So these are the queries, right?
these are the queries.
Okay.
Copy paste you
Queries.
can simply.
Okay. Mhm. So is this available public or is this?
It's a public. It's
Okay.
public. Private one is there, but not. I've not given to you. I'll give you. There's nothing much now. I'll give you that also. This is very old
Okay. Sure.
actually. These are,
Oh.
in fact, these are not required now. For example, there
Oh.
are limiting was there. A is there, not this B. These was earlier we used to do it, but now this is part of 2012 include exclude collections.
Okay.
When we don't
Uh-huh.
have a include exclude, I used to create like
Okay.
this. Okay. Say
Mm-hmm.
example, yeah. think that should be installed now by this time, should be. So if you search like this, you get um, many collections, many things here. Okay, simply take one of these example. So here security group was there. Okay,
Okay.
it should be there actually. System group name is now they made it actually. Earlier was security group. Now this has been made it to system group.
Mhm.
So find out that collection.
Okay.
See, system group name. Okay,
Okay. System group name.
so these are the AD groups, right? So we install tool.
Install toolkit.
So we
Okay.
just take this. Okay, click OK. So the machine's automatically part of install toolkit. This is the name. Just we can give this. So this is the toolkit one. Then click next, finish. So close that. So whatever the machines are there, okay, so the 3 machines are part of this. Okay,
Okay.
so 3 came automatically. So if I target that deployment, whatever the deployment I want to install this package example or this package, I simply target to that collection. So I'll tell to my help desk guy that I simply grant here permission. Actually, I'll do the delegation for them to for a selected user. Say example in this case username A. Okay,
Okay.
username A is my help desk guy. Okay, I'll say that
Mm-hmm.
he have the full rights or maybe modify the group membership. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
he can change that group membership. So
Okay.
what are the groups we create here? For the first time we create, and the second time they simply go here and they
Mm-hmm.
add it here.
Add the member. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a fully automated now,
Okay.
right? You no need to push it anytime.
Yeah. 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 You just need to create a collection. That's it.
Collection first time you do the first time and then forget. That's it.
Yes.
Your load is
Okay.
reduced.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that's the dynamic method.
Okay.
So you try all these collections, okay, which I'm talking
Sure.
about. The scenarios.
Sure.
You think these possible scenarios. Okay, maybe
Mm-hmm.
you use the code or not, but the scenarios are more useful actually there.
Okay.
Okay, so post to this, there is talking about, yeah. Now let me talk about software metering. Okay, software metering is basically whatever the exe files you have. Say example, um, now let me create a rule. Okay, browse
Mm-hmm.
that. I have something called C colon Windows. Okay, maybe Notepad example. System 32 or some registry, not registry. Let's go to system 32. So now Notepad. Say if I install some software called Notepad, okay?
Okay.
There's this software called Notepad, and this Notepad, whoever used, okay, how many
Okay.
hours they used it, you want to know.
Usage.
Example.
Okay.
So in that case, what I'm trying, where is that? One second. Yeah. So here, so what I'm trying to do is I'm giving as the notepad.exe, whoever uses, okay, and the version is 6.3. This exe may be 6, 5.6, or 6.1, different version, right? But I'm just targeting for the exact version. So I don't want exact version. In that case, I can say anything with the 6.3 dot star,
Okay.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
the language is English. This exe is
Mm-hmm.
made, okay? This exe is
Okay.
made in English,
Mm-hmm.
and I want all the machines which are reporting to this site code.
CAS. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Mm-hmm.
now I want to measure that. Next. So now what happened is the rule got created. All I have to do
Okay.
is simply enable the rule.
Enable. Okay.
So in my case, it's already enabled if I'm correct, Notepad. Okay, so it's already enabled, but remaining rules got automatically created because I
Okay.
used all these exe files. Sometimes I used
Okay.
MMC, sometimes Explorer. Okay,
Uh-huh.
that's why it got automatically enabled. In production you might
Okay.
see many of them, many of them. So whatever the rules you
Okay.
want, that only enable it. Okay,
Okay.
later point I
Okay.
get in the form of reports. I can get a proper
Okay.
reports. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so there's nothing on that much. Okay, we'll go later point for the reports if you want, and these reports
Okay.
will be produced after 7 days. Okay, you
Okay.
can't get an
Okay.
immediate basis for the software metering. That's a
Okay.
limitation. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so whatever the things you wanted, like this, you can enable it and
Mm-hmm.
wait for 7 days
7
simply
days.
to
Okay.
get the proper reports.
Okay.
Now I'm going to talk about the complaint settings. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so this is very interesting one. Okay, what is the complaint settings? Say example, you have a machine.
Mm-hmm.
This has some registry, some software you installed. Okay, and
Okay.
the software has a version called 6 example. So how do you
Okay.
validate this? So there would be some registry or some file, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that would
Yeah.
represent me this version is properly installed.
Okay.
Otherwise, if maybe it might be appearing in add and remove programs, that doesn't mean that it is really installed and it has the right patch or right version or right settings or
Okay.
configure,
Okay.
right? So
Uh-huh.
such things, or maybe antivirus, you install antivirus. So what is the dat file date? So dat file will
Okay.
be representing today's date, something like that. Things would we normally we do is uh, we set it as the organization level baseline. It's called
Okay.
baseline. So
Okay. Baseline.
anything on a machine you wanted to monitor or you
Mm-hmm.
wanted a standard setting should be there. Okay,
Okay.
that's called
Okay.
baseline.
Okay.
Okay, so what we
Mm-hmm.
do is complaints manager tells, or it helps you to um, say example, all Windows 7 machines should have
Mm-hmm.
a screensaver called company
Okay.
screensaver, or maybe theme as a separate theme, or wallpaper as something else, or maybe
Okay.
antivirus version as this example
Mm-hmm.
minimum. Okay,
Okay.
these kind of things,
Mm-hmm.
you call it as a baseline.
Baseline. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
you're getting me right?
Yeah.
So the baseline can be a registry
Mm-hmm.
setting or a file name or a folder name
All.
or file
Okay.
properties, anything on the file properties. Or on a file properties, what you will have: file name, manufacturer name, or
Manufacturer.
size,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and date created, date modified, anything.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
think about it, or maybe some script, you know, measures that. value maybe pulled from the WMI, something like
Okay.
that. Okay,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
so these things you call it as the
Baseline.
baseline. Okay, how do you
Okay.
create a
Yeah.
baseline? So to create a baseline, you first have to create something called configuration item.
Configuration item. Okay.
So what is CI? CI means configuration item. Okay, that's the first
Okay.
one. This you create
Mm-hmm.
here configuration item, then collection of CIs. So many of the collection of configuration items can become as a one baseline. Say example this for
Okay.
antivirus. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
this one for Windows setting. Another one would be
Okay.
for file settings.
Okay.
Okay, all these becomes as a one baseline.
What baseline? Okay.
So let's create one. First thing should be created a configuration
Configuration item.
item. So
Okay.
let's create configuration item here. Download. So I don't know what to be done now. Say let's say test. Okay, example. Okay, later point
Mm-hmm.
we'll download. Remind me. We'll download from Microsoft. Multiple baselines are there. So
Okay. Okay.
all these are the operating systems you have.
Systems.
So
Okay.
where you want to run this? So I want to
Okay.
run on Windows 7 example.
Windows 7. Okay.
So what is the setting you want to do it? Say example, my current setting
Mm-hmm.
is I want a. See, these are all the options you have. Okay, so
Okay.
here Active Directory query, assembly, there's a file
File.
system, IAS, registry key, script, SQL query, WQL query, like a lot of things. So simple one is a file example. So if a file on my machine example, I'm just showing to the machine. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm saying that this should be the path of the file.
Okay.
So this DLL should be there.
Should be in the Windows 7. Okay. Baseline. Yeah.
As a configuration item, so this is a
Okay.
path. This is a
Mm-hmm.
file name.
Okay.
Okay, this file
Okay.
must be there. Then you treat it as a compliance.
Complaints. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, and I'm saying okay. So click OK. So then it automatically created. Now,
Okay.
if I go to the compliance rules, so
Mm-hmm.
here if I double click, it says that must be exist this file.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
or if it is a
Mm-hmm.
registry value, we would put it that value name here.
Okay. Okay.
If
Yeah.
it's not found, I can treat as a
Mm-hmm.
information, or I can
Okay.
say warning,
Mm-hmm.
or a critical,
Okay.
critical with event. I can
Okay.
I can categorize what I wanted. I'm saying it's a warning or critical. Let's take as critical.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
click OK,
Mm-hmm.
then apply. The setting got
Okay.
created.
Okay.
Next, so it's again coming the same thing. This is nothing but the setting of this
Settings. Okay.
settings. Okay,
Okay.
so I mean here whatever you created this one. Okay,
Created. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
this rule is nothing but okay, that rule is nothing but
Mm-hmm.
this rule. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
so
Mm-hmm.
next, and now I have a configuration item. Okay,
Okay.
so like
Yeah.
that I can create multiple things. Once I've
Okay.
created, I can create a baseline.
Okay.
So the baseline is, this is baseline for client. This is just to categorize purpose. So why you want to categorize for my reporting purpose.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying that this is for client.
Okay.
Okay, but that
Mm-hmm.
doesn't help me in any way, but just just be fine. Here I can add configuration
Configuration
item as
items. Okay.
this. Click OK. Now
Mm-hmm.
this gets added, right?
Yes.
Test one. Now I have a configuration baseline saying that this is a baseline, and this
Okay.
baseline has this configuration item.
Item. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now this is not targeted to anything, so it is very similar to your software distribution. What you do is you would deploy. So here, if you see
Okay.
here, there's no collection was targeted.
Collection.
So I have to click on it, deploy.
Okay.
Okay. So deploy
Mm-hmm.
to my browse the collection. So I'm
Okay.
saying device collection.
Device. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Say what are the collections you want. Say in my case, there's 3 machines I want to target. Okay.
Okay.
But this target should be every 7 days it will run once. So that means maybe tomorrow it will run, or maybe
Okay.
7 days. We never know.
Okay.
If you want a custom
Okay.
schedule, you can do that. Okay,
Okay.
so
So,
just leave
okay.
this. You can leave this, and later point um, you can run the policy so that you go
Okay.
ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
One more thing is, here if it is a registry value, whatever the value is you're looking, maybe the value you're looking for true value, but the registry
Uh-huh.
found as false. Okay,
False. Okay.
you want to
Okay.
remediate automatically, you can do that.
Okay.
But in this case, it's a file, so I can't remediate it, right?
Okay.
I know.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is done now. Okay,
Okay.
so I
Okay.
have to go to the machine. Say in this case, control panel.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Configuration
go to the,
manager.
yeah. Here under configurations, I don't have anything here. If you see here, right?
Okay. Yeah. Yes.
So now I'll just go
Pull
to
the
the my
policy.
actions, pull the machine
Okay.
policy.
Policy. Okay.
So what happens is the client will go to the management point and checks, hey, what is changed? It says that,
Okay.
hey, you have a new configuration. You please download.
Okay. Okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's what it is actually doing here. If I refresh
Okay.
here, it's
So you
just
got
clean.
one.
But if you look at
Okay.
here, the complaint state is unknown because
Okay.
it is never run. This will run within 7 days.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
if I want to run manually, I can run here. Okay. Once I
Evaluate.
run,
Okay.
yeah, once I run, what is the status? I can check it from the reports.
Okay.
Okay. The report is
Mm-hmm.
local. This is local to this machine, not from
Okay.
the SCCM server. So this kind of
Okay.
report, you can get it from SCCM server from the reports, from monitoring section,
Okay. Okay.
reporting will be there. From there, you can get it. So let me
Okay.
evaluate that. So it
Mm-hmm.
is evaluating. It says that non-complaint.
Okay. Non-compliant.
Okay, so let's view the report. Okay, so
Okay.
report can be viewed in Internet Explorer. Okay, because it's a
Okay.
file. Let's see what
Okay.
happened. So it says that it's a critical error. Okay, as
Yeah.
we expected.
Mm.
So
Okay.
if you see, this is nothing but your XML file. Okay, if I
Okay.
browse here, it is actually a little bit browse. Yeah. So if you look at here,
XML.
these are the scope IDs got created. Okay, this is the
Okay.
scope IDs got created, and it was
Mm-hmm.
looking for complaint or non-complaint.
Complaint.
Okay,
Okay.
and it was expected value also, it will show you. Okay, uh, so here this required OS non-detected tests. So this is non-complaint because we created for Windows 7 if I'm correct.
Windows 7. Yeah.
So that's why it's non-complaint. So let's change that value this time
Yeah.
and
Okay.
see. Okay, so from the properties,
Mm-hmm. Deployments. Edit.
not this actually, the this one actually, the operating system. This configuration item, let me change it. Supported platform for everyone. I'm just choosing as everyone now. Okay,
Okay. Apply. Mm-hmm.
okay, or just choose whatever that you want. So since I have reapplied this setting, so it goes for a
Okay.
revision change. So the revision is 2 now.
Okay.
Okay, so you should careful that whatever you're doing the changes in a production, it gets
Uh-huh.
always changes would
Okay.
happen.
Yeah.
That means the revision, everything would change.
Okay.
So again, actions. So that's how normally the complaints works. Okay,
Okay.
now
Yeah.
what we'll do is we can
I think this is the old one.
we can actually um, let's once again try. Let's actually go for practically what we can do with the configuration, and let's try that. Okay, now it is complaint, right? If you
No,
see
that's the revision one, right? It's not
revision,
updated, I think.
no, it's updated, complete enough.
Okay, but it shows as revision one.
Oh, that's because because this one baseline we have not changed. Okay, we're talking about the baseline
Okay,
version,
okay. Oh,
not
okay,
the
okay,
CA
okay.
version. Okay, if I change
Okay,
anything in the baseline, then it
okay,
changes that.
okay,
Good
okay.
catch, but it's a baseline actually.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so
Mhm.
this is complaint, and
Okay.
if I go here, the test one,
Yes.
so it's successful. Okay, so if I do
Okay.
the same thing here, it gets definitely failed because of the folder is not exist. Okay, but let's
Oh,
do it in another one. I think not this. So there are actually IAS configurations, SCCM configuration. Right? The DP is there, right? Distribution
yes.
point. So distribution
Mm-hmm.
point should be configured with a Microsoft baseline, as per Microsoft baseline.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
but in reality, you may not have configured.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so you want to
Mm-hmm.
monitor that. There is
Okay.
IAS web server.
Yes. Okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so this is the product earlier we used to call for DCM. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
where is that path? Yeah. There are many of IAS related. Let's see. Is that? So you have, basically, I mean to say, you have multiple baselines available from Microsoft. Okay, you can download
Okay.
those, baselines. Okay,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
and you can, validate whether they are compatible or not. Maybe, for example, I11. So these are the for 2012 R2. So this is a camp. Okay, I'm talking about this file actually. The camp
Okay.
file format they gave. So let me cancel this. In fact, I don't need all these. So let's go for 2012. So baseline. Okay, so
Okay.
I'll just import this actually to my SCCM server.
Okay.
I go to my SCCM server, right click and simply import configuration data. So
Okay.
add. So I'm choosing that CAF file. So this is for 2012 R2 baseline. So
Okay.
next, because it contains incorrect or missing data, what does it mean? Let's copy to some other location maybe. So something is wrong with that file actually. I'm helpless in that, but let's try another one, maybe this one.
Okay.
Something I want to show you as meaningful. Unfortunately, this is not moving further. Yeah, these are corrupted one. Okay. The website itself corrupted one. Okay. That's fine. So these are the baselines anyway. I can download it if I want.
Okay.
So Microsoft actually makes available all these baselines, and these can be downloaded from here. This is the Complaints Manager tool.
Okay.
So it's coming actually 2012 also enough. Say example, the best practices for the DHCP server. Okay, for DNS server. Okay, like this, all the rules, mission critical rules. You can apply for your servers, and then you can monitor them.
Okay.
That's the idea. And say example, you have done this configuration in your test lab example. You can export
Okay.
that, and you can send it to your production later on. Say example, this
Okay.
is the 2012. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so all these are
Mm-hmm.
the best practices are available. So what I'm doing is, say example, AD DHCP. No, we don't have domain control security policies. I
Okay.
have many things here. Okay, so
Okay.
I
Import
can
cache.
export this. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so as a CAV file. Okay, it basically
Okay.
comes as a
Okay.
CAV. So my test folder. So one file got imported. So you can
Mm-hmm.
import from here the same one.
Okay.
Okay, so now this is getting the following could not be imported because in character miss. Okay, that's fine actually. So you do somehow, somehow it is not working. Okay, leave that. Okay. We can, we created one baseline, right? We created a baseline. If you want, export, you can, export this. So that becomes as your source example, test baseline. Okay.
Okay.
So in
Okay.
my domain control, my documents, I saved it. So if I go to
Mm-hmm.
my documents, okay, I have now the baseline. Okay. This is
Yes.
inside, you have all these, snippets.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Okay, so you want to import in your own, again, once again, say example you deleted this and you want to re-import it. Okay, so
Okay.
example, let's delete this. Okay, you deleted this and there's no configuration is available.
Okay.
Example, delete. So I wanted to show you one difference that when you import anything from outside source, okay, like
Okay.
this. Okay, it comes like this. Okay, one configuration
Oh,
item is coming up,
okay.
one baseline is coming
And
up.
baseline. Okay.
Okay, this is what I want to show you. Okay, post to that, it actually locks. There's a key lock pad would be there. That's what I wanted to show you. Okay, so this is, actually, if I go properties,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so I think, while importing, I did choosing as, I think I did choose, one second, I have chosen this checkbox, right? I think so.
Yeah. Creating.
I took this one, I think so. So if I don't choose this, actually, most of the time this gets us locked. Okay. So if not,
Okay.
if it is available to you to, uh, do the modifications, okay, you can do the
Mm.
required modifications according to your requirement. Say example,
Okay.
maybe case, um, in your case, maybe you're ready to ignore one of these condition, maybe. So example, you're, wanted to monitor only for 2012
Mm-hmm.
example. So you can do this
Okay.
modification, or maybe in this settings you wanted some additional settings to be, configured, or maybe one of
Okay.
the setting you want to remove it. That can be done with this
Okay.
modification. Okay, so that's about
So,
the
no,
baselines.
what is mean by log? So what
Yeah, I thought,
so we can't do anything edit.
you can't modify, actually you can't modify
Okay.
this. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
what you will
Okay.
do
Yeah.
is you'll copy it. You Once you copy it, actually another one gets, copied.
So
Okay,
whenever we import a cap file, we can't do anything.
we can't do
We
actually
can't.
normally, but in this
Okay.
case, it's there actually. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
normally we
Sure.
don't,
Okay.
because that's the imported one. So
Okay. Okay.
let's do the practically one more thing. Okay, if you're
Mhm.
interested, okay, let's create one more registry key based. Okay, so we
Okay.
created for the we created based on the Windows,
File system.
yeah,
Yeah.
file system. Now let's check this. These are fine this time. I'm choosing as a registry key. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so
Okay.
Microsoft, if I installed, if I have maybe a good software should be, yeah, some settings. Okay, you can take some setting, maybe, background sync is the application. Okay,
Okay.
feeding application, it should be there for me. Example, if it's not there, I treat this as critical for me.
Okay.
Okay, so that's
Okay.
the rule, okay, based on the registry key.
Okay.
Now automatically I can include within this baseline, or uh, if I
Creating
go to
new
the
base.
properties, I can, simply, include one more baseline from here,
Okay.
configuration item. So
Okay.
I can choose add,
Mm-hmm.
or I can create a new baseline.
Okay.
For example, now the revision changes. Also, I can create a new baseline. I can include
Okay.
that baseline just with that registry key only if I want.
Okay.
It all depends on me, how I want to, configure. But
Okay.
at the end, it is all about. um, getting the exact information from the end computer.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Yeah. Got
that's
it.
into the configuration side of the complaints baselines. What we'll do is we would give it a try in the next version, which is uh, 1702, which is we are going to install, right? During that time
Okay.
we would again give it a try on all of these features. Okay,
Okay.
this is
Okay.
a
Yeah.
high level. Okay,
Okay.
so for the antivirus there's nothing much actually. You need to enable a role. Okay, for that again soup role should be there, all those things, then you can do it. Okay, but for now we'll do later. Okay.
Okay.
mm, and the software, anything can be done other than updates, nothing monitoring at this point of time. Yeah, so now let's look at the critical part. Okay, so
Okay.
once you install a SCCM server, the first most part would be the monitoring, where you can see the status. So this is where you should look for your site status.
Okay.
Okay, so this would give you more information on what is wrong here. Okay, what is going
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
in depth within this again, if this is down inside that, there is something called components will be there. Okay, so you
Okay.
want to know about the components, go here, and all these components are healthy or not healthy, you can check it. Okay, say
Oh,
example,
okay.
say
Mm-hmm.
example we are talking about the client push, right? You remember client push
Yes.
we did, right? So it is in
Yes.
green, that means it went success actually. If it
Okay.
was failure, okay, I could have
Uh-huh.
get here something wrong. Okay, by the way, what is that? Client configuration component. So look at
Okay.
that, something called client configuration, sms hyphen the component name. So client configuration manager.
Client
Okay,
config manager.
so
Okay.
this is the component. So how would I know?
Okay.
How would I remember? So in SCCM, everything works on a component. If you want to learn
Okay.
more, you should know every component. You remember we talked about the AD security groups discovery. So
Uh-huh.
during that discovery process yesterday, this is what happened. All these components were started.
Agent. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Okay.
collections, you are refreshing the collections. What is happening in the background? The component is starting.
Okay. Collection
Okay,
evaluator.
so
Okay.
everything is the component based. What
Okay.
if you want to play with the components, or you want to stop the component, or you want to check what is this log file? So you
Mm-hmm.
go here, start, do the config manager service manager. Okay, so this is service
Okay.
related.
Okay.
So here you expand to the components, you have
Oh,
all
got it.
these components. So we were talking about the client configuration manager, right click and
Okay.
see uh, here query. Okay, when you query for that, okay, it will give you whether this is service client, this one, right click query. So it says that it is status state, right? Query.
Yeah.
If you want to
It's
stop
fine.
it, you can stop this. After stopping
Okay.
again, query it, it stopped. You want to start,
Okay.
start. So what is a log file for this? If you don't know, right click, logging.
Okay.
So here logging, it says that this is the log. So this is what the log file which
Oh,
we check for the client push, right?
yes.
So this is
It's fine.
how you can check it.
Okay. Yeah. Got it.
Okay, and one critical thing is like you want sometimes a log file size to be more. So give here the file is, you can give us 10 MB. So till
Okay.
10 MB the file will be there.
Okay.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
this is
Yeah.
the method which you should look into this.
Okay.
One other my favorite one would be the status messages queries. So you do anything that gets tracked here, all status messages, just run this for the last 1 hour
Okay.
and see what is happening actually. So in the background, this component was
Uh-huh.
ran. okay, at
Okay.
113, okay. So discovery
Okay.
agent, okay, AD discovery, and console was started, okay. This was
Okay.
created or done some modification by this user, okay,
Uh-huh.
and this console started, and he has created something in the console. Something got
Okay. Okay.
replicated, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So like this, you have everything, whatever you are doing, okay, all the
Okay.
activities would be tracked here, okay. So
Mm-hmm.
you should look at here, what would be the best things. Say example, somebody has done some change, you don't know. Example, all
Okay.
are its status messages for a specific site. So in this site somebody has done something. So what
Mm-hmm.
is the site code? Site code is CAS. Okay, time is last, maybe 12 hours or 1 day ago. If any
Okay.
changes has done, okay, so this person has created, okay, something called this is a baseline
Okay.
actually. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
we worked on the baselines, okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So like this, everything would be tracked here. So this guy
Okay.
has created a boundary called Netherlands, right?
Okay.
So
Uh-huh.
like this, everything membership has been updated. So these are the
Okay.
things you would get it more into the component. So I request you go through this, okay,
Sure.
based on you can think of different requirements actually. So bond is who created, who deleted, okay. So
Okay.
client has been CCRs. CCR is nothing but I told you, like, the client configuration request, client push related
Okay.
information,
Uh-huh.
okay.
Okay.
So everything, you get something happen in the SCCM server, you first come to the monitoring and go to this
Monitoring
here
status
and
info.
check it. If you are
Okay.
lazy to check everything, just go for all status messages and see what is
Okay.
going on. If you're more particular on about some specific component, look
Okay.
for that specific component or specific action, and then monitor what's happening.
Okay.
Okay, so these are the
Mm-hmm.
deployments, like you did anything the deployments that would tells the status without the reports, without going to the reports. You can get it here, all the status information, okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So example, I want here, right click view status. So I get here my success. This machine says that already installed this machine, so I don't want to I can't reinstall. That's what it said, okay.
Okay.
So that's into the monitoring side, most of the things. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think for today we can close the session, and if you're okay, tomorrow morning we can catch up maybe around 7 a.m.
Tomorrow morning for you.
Yeah, for me, and for you tomorrow evening, if you're okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I think can I get 1 day off because it's a lot of class going on, so I need to
Okay.
recall everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you want off?
Tuesday. Tuesday. I can take tomorrow off and we'll do on Tuesdays. That's okay.
Okay. Tomorrow. I mean, it's today evening.
I mean,
Your time
yeah,
or
yeah.
my time?
For my time, I need a break for tomorrow. I mean, in your
That's
time it's Tuesday.
for you Monday. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So
you
we'll have
can.
a class on Wednesday morning. So that will be Tuesday evening. Okay.
Yeah, fine.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I have to go through once all these things.
Yeah, sure, man. In case, if I forget, okay, you can always
Uh-huh.
ping me. Okay.
Sure. I will.
Okay. So any
Okay.
feedback or anything, you want me to slow down or
No. Yeah, it's so good.
so good, right?
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm able to understand everything. Yeah.
Good, man.
So
Okay.
once I go through some of these topics, so I can know some more information and I can have any doubts.
Okay. Good. That. Okay. So here
Uh,
actually the reports are not available. So what happened was, if you look at here, the reports are not coming up. The one other reason is we don't have the reporting role enabled, so we
Okay.
can enable here. So to enable the reporting role, you need to
Mm-hmm.
have SQL reporting services should be installed. In fact, we did install that. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
now we need to enable the role. So right
Okay.
click here, create a new sorry,
So,
here right click here, new site system role,
okay.
choose as the next here reports, so reporting service point.
Reporting
Okay,
service point. Okay.
that's it. So here it takes some time. You see here I have to verify, I have to set my permissions, then
Uh-huh.
this is going to create a folder in my reporting services. Then it gets installed. So reporting services itself a big class, or I would say very similar to SCCM. You have a tool,
Mm-hmm.
reporting
Okay.
services. So there would be definitely a different guy altogether.
Okay. Okay.
If not, it's you have to work on it. So in my
Okay.
case, I have already account. So I'll just say
Mm-hmm.
next. So we would try to create these some of the basic reports. Okay.
Okay.
So once I have enabled this, I
Mm-hmm.
should be able to see at least this has been changed now. If you see here,
Yeah. Report manager.
yeah.
Yeah.
So earlier it was
Mm-hmm.
not there, and here
Mm-hmm.
it's loading now. So there are almost 370 plus reports, or 375 or 4. Okay,
Oh.
plus
Okay.
reports would automatically created for you.
Okay.
Okay, most of them
Okay.
already available.
Okay.
So I
Mm-hmm.
can choose, I can run on those reports basically.
Okay.
Okay, so the log
Mm-hmm.
file again, if I don't know the log file, I should go to the server side logs or program files. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
configuration manager and
Mm-hmm.
logs.
Lots. Yeah.
Here, um, here reporting point. So if you don't know, simply go for timestamp based SRSP, see SQL reporting service point. Okay, this
Okay.
is a log
Okay.
file. So it
Okay.
has tried all these files copied. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
then
Mm-hmm.
reporting point hidden,
So, oh,
it's doing.
okay.
So it's trying to do that. Okay, activity.
Okay.
So still that, still creating alerts, folder. See, all these are the reports. You see,
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
these are the reports. See,
Okay.
so many of your computers in a specific collection. So all these are getting created. So
Okay.
SRSP is the log file, SQL
For
reporting service.
okay.
Okay, SRSP.
Mm-hmm.
So all these reports gets created, and the same would be populated for me under my SSM console.
Okay.
So now at this point of time, I don't have anything, but I have now reports. In this case, 106 only now because it's still in process, right?
Yeah.
So if you see here, it's still doing. Nice, right?
Yeah. Pretty good.
Let's increase the count actually. Should go for 300 plus. So 306, 314. So it takes some more time.
Okay.
So now here it should be increased one more component called reporting service
Reporting.
point.
Okay.
Earlier it was not there.
Mm-hmm.
From how many years you're working on packaging?
1 year, 4 months,
Okay,
almost 1.5 years. Yeah.
okay, good.